What we're doing here is we're doing some testing to enhance the capability of the MTS system by adding small mesh net radios to each of the vehicles.
So the test is also to see if the mesh is forming within the convoy, but not even within the convoy, but do we see it merge with the mesh net radio at the base station? What happens when we leave the mesh? So as we go outside the line of sight of the mesh net radios at the base station. What happens when we introduce a helicopter, which is giving us line of sight connectivity through a mesh net radio? Can we bridge between the helicopter, the car containing the mesh net radio, and the base station in the back?
And now our convoy's heading northwest, 5 vehicles. We're at about a little more than a quarter mile between the lead and trailing vehicles in the convoy, and we have multiple mesh connections simultaneously between pretty much every vehicle in the convoy. We're operating on 2.4 gigahertz, 5.8 gigahertz, and 900 megahertz frequencies, and all three are being used right now. We have links ranging from 36 megabits per second to 24 megabits per second. So we're in a moving vehicle in a convoy with a live video feed from a helicopter being fed to the convoy, showing us over hills, around bends, basically where we're headed. We also have a video feed from the rear vehicle of the convoy being fed to everybody, as well as from the front vehicle.
When that helicopter goes beyond line of sight, we break the mesh. As we go around the mountain, we also break the mesh. What happens when we break the mesh and come back in and reconnect with the mesh network? So these are all the different tests that we ran the whole time, sending messages not only within the convoy, but up through the helicopter and to the base station, testing when the mesh breaks and when the mesh reforms again. So as we come back into the town, for example, when we lost the mesh network, we reconnect with the helicopter to the base station, and also at the same time do my position reports of my convoy, get back to the base station, and also from the base station network, which contains a mesh network, how do we transpond our position reports through a gateway connection up through a satellite network and then to a receiving vehicle? So we were able to successfully demonstrate that, and that's very important.